Christopher Zaragoza, and I will introduce our project and our group. Our group consists of Griselda Cruz Lazaro, Gabriela Solis, and Byron Molina. For our project, we decided to go to the movies in two different parts of the town in Los Angeles. One, Northridge, and the other, Crenshaw. We as a group decided to go watch a movie on the both places that I mentioned. We went to go watch 50 Shades of Black and interpretation of 50 Shades of Grey and the trilogy. From this, our two main concerns were how Black people were treated and their knowledge on the jokes that they were saying or the things that they said about their culture. Because 50 Shades of Black was about the Black version of 50 Shades of Grey, because 50 Shades of Grey is a white dominant movie. From these two movies, where we're gonna compare and contrast the settings, like Northridge being a diverse community, like they have Caucasian, Latinos, and Asians, and Crenshaw that the most dominant race is Black. From this, we're gonna see how many people took the jokes from a Black point of view, from a diverse group. From this, Byron is gonna talk about how we interpret the movie and how we thought it diminished the culture and how other people took it. And for this experiment, we were basically trying to profile people on like how they were dressed, how their community has changed them, and how like went to the mall. We compared and contrasted the malls because like it's Black History Month in this month of February. We compared how like Crenshaw celebrates their Black History Month and how Northridge Mall celebrates their History Month, and Griselda will talk about it more. Gabby will talk about how like the overview of like the mall and the movie, how they diminish and how do they how they thrive in life.
Hello, my name is Byron Molina, and I'll be talking about the movie we watched in the Black community, which is Crenshaw. The movie theater was the Rave, inside the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. The Crenshaw Mall is known for like the gathering of Black people coming together, since it's a Black community, and also a special events it has on this Black History Month. It has a variety of painting, jewelry, clothes, and all sorts of stuff. The movie we watched was 50 Shades of Black. It was a spoof movie of 50 Shades of Grey. This movie contained major racist jokes and also stereotypes one would normally use against a Black person. I'll have to admit myself, the movie was funny. It had some funny jokes, and also the audience laughed together. So, but there was some moments where the jokes were taken too far. For example, there was one joke said about the main actor, which he's also Black. He said how Black lives don't matter, and that's where the audience went completely silent. Everything was silent. It was awkward, and that's where I think they started thinking like, all right, that's gone too far. But in Northridge, it's a completely different story. Since it's not a Black community, it's more of a diverse. You have Latinos, white, Asian, all mixed. You have everything mixed. They actually laughed at that joke. They didn't really take into consideration because they're not from an African ethnicity. So they laughed at it. They didn't take into consideration. They just took it as a joke. But people don't understand how sometimes these stereotypes and jokes can actually hurt a person, especially if you're from a Black ethnicity. You wouldn't understand because, of course, you're not from that ethnicity.
Hello, my name is Gabriela, and I'm going to be talking about the overall experience that we had from going to the movie and to the mall. And as we saw the movie and went into the mall, we experienced a whole new level to our knowledge of being introduced to another culture that specifies the African community. And we interacted with the space of how we see a big difference in the environment. when going to another community that's filled with one race versus a common race in another community. When we went to the mall, we were shown a different perspective of how we usually live our daily lives. It shows me how we are missing out on a lot of stuff when it comes to culture and experiencing a difference in meeting other people who can show us a change in what we see. When it came to watching a movie, 50 Shades of Black, it's spun off of another movie called 50 Shades of Grey. We learned how the audiences have a lack of knowledge when it comes to seeing a movie that is based on racist jokes. It is irrelevant to people to take it serious, like Caucasian and Latinos, since we're not used to another culture like African Americans. But when it comes to different communities, we all have a different point of view, since we are all separate when it comes to being together.
Hello, my name is Griselda. For my part of the project, I will be discussing our viewings on our experience of going to an African American dominated community. We went to do our research. Going to the mall was a completely different experience. While we were there, they were celebrating Black History Month. There was a lot of artifacts that represented their cultures all around the mall. There were people selling clothes, accessories, and it represented where they came from and who they were. I went to the stand and I asked the guy what was he selling, and when he talked, he had a different accent. And I asked him how many languages he spoke, and he said 5 in total. One of them was English, another one was Allegra, and I don't remember the other 3, but they were pretty cool. They sounded pretty cool. Okay. I also noticed there was a lot of friendly people. We were in the elevator, and one lady started talking to us. She was saying how we were all part of a group because all of us, except for Gabby, were on our phones, except and then she started to laugh. When I compare this to my regular shopping mall, I could feel how different it was from being in there socially. The mall in Crenshaw was completely different due to the fact that they had everything happening. They had a fair kind of thing showing us how each stand had their own different story to say. And then the one in Northridge didn't have anything. They never put posters up of anything like a different culture. So I feel like if I had the choice to go to a mall, I would choose to go to the one in Crenshaw, just where you could feel how similar